What makes a Les Baer 1911 different than other custom shop 1911s out there?
Well, we build them one at a time, and we do this like it's 1930. Everything is hand fit, hand done, draw filing, sanding, the whole bit. We don't do a mass production, never did, never will. So we got our small niche in the market, and that's all we want. We got enough orders to keep us going. You know, Germany, Thailand, all the United States. So they want that quality piece, and that's what we're known for.
What goes into your test fire process? I noticed you have an indoor range.
Right. Well, on the pistol side, we put approximately 150 to 160 rounds through each gun before it's shipped. And what they do is they take these racks, take them into the indoor range, shoot them for function first. The first 50 rounds, 60 rounds. Then the second time, they'll take the gun apart just to make sure the wear patterns are like we like them. Then the third time, if it's especially the 1.5 group guns, then we shoot them for 1.5 groups, make sure they're okay. Then we clean them, box them, and they're ready to go.
Gotcha. What goes into the bluing process? You have your own bluing room in there.
Yeah, that's wicked. I gotta admit, nobody likes bluing. It's very hot in that one particular room, but we have it set up that once the tanks are up to the temperature, we can fill our racks up, put them in the bluing salts. Then after they're done, they go in there and take them back out because we have huge vents out there to air the heat out, but it still gets very hot in there.
Sure. I notice you have a lot of polishing wheels out here.
Yeah, we do a lot of polishing. The whole one side of the shop is full of polishing wheels. We do a lot of everything. The slides, the frames, the housings, any little mark as we're building the firearm gets polished out or blasted for the bluing run, whether it be bluing, chrome, or the DuPont S coating, the black finish. We can do that, but there's a lot of polishing involved in this process.
So I noticed a lot of guys work in cells. You had one guy that was just doing barrel fitting.
There's two.
There's two guys doing barrel fitting over here. And then, you moved on and some other guys were fitting mainspring housings and beaver tails.
The beaver tails, the checkering, it's all done by hand. I have one guy in here that checkers all the frames by hand.
Wow.
And then, the slide the frame fit. No lapping compound. We draw file everything.
Wow.
Because once you put a lapping compound in, you can't get it out. It's almost impossible to get it out.
Gotcha.
So we draw file everything. And then as it moves around the shop, then the ambies fit, the beaver tail, the housing, all those parts are fit. Slide the frame fit, the barrels, everything is done that way.
So how do you determine what guy ends up working in what cell? Do you end up rotating everybody? Does everybody have special skills?
No, they learned over the years. They all, once they get used to something, we can train them, after, let's say, a year. So we have like a guy on vacation, we can swap a guy around, but most of the guys want to have that job where they're real proficient at, and it works out very well.
Gotcha. Well, thanks for giving us a little tour of the shop.
No problem.
I'd like to go see the racks. It looks like there's something interesting in each group of guns.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's this gentleman's name and what's he doing here?
Okay, this is Jarrett. He's doing what's called the final assembly on this particular rack. And these particular ones look like they're stingers in stainless steel. They are. And these are 45 ACP. And as far as the head space on the barrel, that's one of the last things to do. And the final fit, like for the trigger, the hammer, the sear, the disconnector, all that stuff is done last.
All those right now.
Right.
It's pretty fast. How many guns would a guy like him have to go through in a given shift?
We go by the month.
The month?
Yeah, it's usually about 300.
300 a month? Got it.
About.
That's cool.
We try to average that.
Right.
And then down here, there's Todd. You're doing the feed ramps? Yeah, there's Todd.
Hey Todd, nice to see you, man. Air cool. All right.
He's doing the feed ramps on these particular barrels. I think he already has.
Them up?
So you already headspace them?
Yes, just polishing up.
Feed ramps.
Very pretty.
And then we hand ream every chamber.
No kidding.
to the final headspace.
Yep. And why do you hand ream?
Easier to do.
Easy.
Yeah, you can do each one, check it with the go gauge,
Right.
and it's done.
Awesome.
Polish it a little bit on the little lathe, and then we're ready to go.
Let's go around the corner and see something else.
Okay. This is Josh. He's fitting.
Hey, Josh. Okay. Nice to meet you, man. Very cool.
He's hard fitting the barrel on
What
this
do you mean
one.
hard fitting?
The reference came out in the late 60s, hard fit,
Yep.
where the barrel is no way even goes anywhere
Sure.
inside the gun. So you got to cut the hood,
Yep.
the lugs on the bottom, the locking lugs in the barrel, the bushing fit. That's what we refer to as a hard fit.
Gotcha.
So he's doing them,
On spot. I'm here.
That's right. Paul.
Nice to meet you, Paul.
and he's
So he's fitting bushings here on a traditional lathe.
right
That's awesome.
where we do the same hard fit with the bushings and everything.
Sure.
And we cut the lugs by hand.
Yep.
Now, I don't think those were cut yet.
No.
No,
I just got done fitting barrel.
you did.
Gotcha.
Okay. So Josh and Paul are doing the barreling.
Yep. I noticed there's some, was this Dicom bluing?
No, that's magic marker.
Just magic marker.
And
Okay.
because when we fit the slide to frame,
Yep.
we want to make sure the inside of the dust cover
Yep.
don't rub on the recoil shield up here
Ah. Smart.
after they're all fit.
Yeah. That's interesting little tidbit.
And see, this is where a lot of the polishing, when you said about all the polishing wheels, that's where all this stuff comes into play.
Got it.
All
Super high
this.
quality.
Yeah, all the rounds.
Yep.
See, now this was roughed in.
Yep.
So now, before we glue it, or if it's stainless, blast it and polish it.
Yeah.
All this is done on the polishing wheel.
Nice. Checkering going on here at the end.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, Aaron. He's doing all the checkering. Like the
Nice.
front straps, he checkers, the housings.
Wow, even the housings.
Oh yeah.
So you guys aren't buying any of these parts and
Oh no
it's
no
all stuff here.
no! All the checkering is done by hand.
That's all that hand.
There you go.
These gentlemen doing.
What here? He's okay. So what he's doing, he's blending the backs of the slides
Oh, okay.
and the
Hey,
beaver
you guys
tails.
See that? And he's collapsing the strip safety.
Yes, back it's depressed.
Right. And that's why it's so important to be blended so it doesn't bite the web of your hand
Exactly.
as it's recoiling.
Then the same thing is done when the ambi safety's in there too.
Sure. And he's doing the same thing?
He's fitting slide to frames.
He's fitting slider frames. Got it. Look at all these polishing wheels. What grit?
It all depends. You know, sometimes it's 80, 120, 320, sometimes 600. It all depends what they're doing.
All right, I'm up here at Les Baer's shop in LeClaire, Iowa. It's actually kind of home of the American Pickers. It's kind of funny. They're just down the street, not too far, if you're familiar with that show on History Channel. But I'm here today. We've evaluated Les Baer's incredible car collection, gotten an overview of that. We've checked out the new GT monolith, this one in 45, also available in 38 Super. And, you know, this is such a beautiful gun, and like everything that Les Baer has, it's all about precision and performance. And I couldn't resist the opportunity to come into his own test range and put 5 rounds in the best group I could at 15 yards just to see what this pistol can do. I'm sure there are better ways to do this, but like I said, I'm in his own house, and I can't resist. So I've got 5 rounds of Black Hills 230 grain ball ammo. Now, what's also awesome is that about 150 rounds have already been put through this pistol, and this thing has been certified. This thing's ready to go home with me. But before that, I'm going to test it for myself. 5 rounds into that little square. I got dark range, but I'm going to try and make this work. A little bit of fireball. What a great trigger press. I love that trigger pull. It's so easy to shoot. You know, with the monolith, you got a full amount of material on that dust cover. It's not scalloped. So supposedly there's some nice felt recoil reduction there, some energy absorption, and you know, I can't tell. This thing is just so beautiful, though. I'm anxious to go see what my group is downrange, so let's check it out. So here we are. We're going to wrap up this segment on the Les Baer's GT Monolith, and I've just fired 5 rounds through this. This is my target. It's not my best group ever, but this is pretty good for shooting inside of my sport coat. It's this 15-yard range standing up with sunglasses in a very dark range. But I tell you what, if it's going to do this good at 15 yards, I'd carry it. I'd put my life on it. That's all I got to say about it. Hey, thanks, Les, for having us out. We'll see you next time.